If you fall into the category of a lazy, ambitious person, you are going to thank me for this video. Okay, so if you are on that loop of constant procrastination, of doing things that you know are going to make your life better, where you have dreams, where you have ambitions, you have goals, but you are not able to even start the learning curve of learning the skills or the things that you need to learn to achieve those goals, where you feel that I start something but I'm never able to finish it, then this video is definitely for you. And you may really want to sit with a pen and paper, because the techniques that I'm going to talk about, I have condensed it after coaching hundreds of people, where I have helped these people who identify themselves as procrastinators, lazy, or they have ambitions but they're not able to execute. I have been able to help them build that momentum of peak performance and really get results in the areas of life that they really want. And because I have noted it, I am going to be looking into my laptop to help you with those crisp steps. So first thing is that you need to start with being very honest to yourself. And I have been saying this in each and every video lately, that when you think this is not up to the mark and not enough, it can be any area of life. Let's say you are earning certain amount of income and you want to double that, or you want to go 3x. You first really need to be honest with yourself and say, this is what I want from my life. So take various sectors. Let's take the basic ones. Let's start with your health, your wealth, your relationships, and your finances. So one can be career or one can be finance. These are two different things, okay? Because one is learning the skills to enhance your career, and other is the way to manage your money, which is personal finance. And when you take these four pillars of your life in your consideration, you may want to give points on the scale of 1 to 10 as to how satisfied you are with that. So you can choose that area where you are really feeling very dissatisfied and start working from that point, which helps you to pinpoint on what goal you really want to achieve. Let's say you want to take your income from where it is and you want to 2x that income, and that will be our example to go through the step-by-step process. And for that, it will make your things very easy. Okay, so first you've set the goal using this particular method. You find out the area that really needs the work. Now we need to understand what is the root of your procrastination or your laziness. Now we have a problem. Yes, we humans seriously have a problem that we label our behavior. So if you are not taking action on certain things, that is a behavior, but you labeled as yourself lazy because somebody else called you lazy, and you find extremely comfortable to be in that space in your life but not change. So whatever we tell ourselves and we keep repeating to ourselves as labels, our mind makes it true. So if you have been constantly told that you are not good enough, or you are never able to achieve, or you're never able to complete anything on time, you are going to put those labels on yourself and make it true for yourself. So hence you need to really remove this label from yourself and look at what is the real reason. A lot of ambitious people, including me, have a very good and a bad thing happening at the same time. That is, they get a lot of ideas, or they may get inspirations in various directions, or they may have various priorities at the same time, but they're not able to choose one and start working on that particular priority. So the more clarity your brain has what you're supposed to do, it will help you that much. See, laziness comes from getting overwhelmed. So let's say you're thinking about your goals and you have not gotten any action, any clarity. You are bound to feel drained and you're bound to feel lazy. A person who is working continuously, let's say you had certain things on your to-do list. You had to make videos, you had to cook, you had to clean, you had to go to the gym, and you did all of that. This person doesn't feel that exhausted, but the person who's sitting on the couch for 3-4 hours scrolling will feel more exhausted, because your brain has done so many combinations of thinking in that particular time. And if you were scrolling, then you have made more damage to your energy. So hence we really need to understand that we're not going to overwhelm our brain. And here comes the second point. If you think that things are getting overwhelming, you may want to automate stuff, or you may want to delegate stuff. Let's say that I have started my coaching business. I have hired people way before than usually what other coaches hire. So the moment I understood that now I'm going to do this full time. Before that, I had my video editor. Before that, I had spoken to somebody already regarding social media management, which I recruited after a few months. Now, if you really see, there can be someone who said that you can do it by yourself. You have time in your calendar. But I know my personality. I know that if things get overwhelming, there are certain things which may suffer my overwhelm. So I really take care of the fact that my brain needs to undergo a lot of research. I do for coaching sessions. I have to deliver coaching sessions. I have to create videos of the ideas that are coming to me. So I cannot keep myself occupied in certain tasks which I can easily delegate. And delegation is one of the smartest things that you can do. So the earlier you can delegate, more consistent you can stay. The third thing that comes here is to have a check and use the 80-20 principle. If you're doing 10 actions, there are 20%, which means 2 actions which are giving you the 80% of results. Let's say that I go and check my YouTube and I understand, oh, that these 2, 4, 5 live videos or these 2 topics are the topics which are getting the highest amount of views, and these are the things where people are really booking calls with me and I am getting conversions. So I need to make those kind of videos, or maybe I can use that kind of a tone which may be a little more official or casual. I need to analyze and I need to do those things more. And that is the third tip. The fourth tip is to not think so much when it comes to the small stuff. I remember that when I'm working with these kind of personalities in the coaching session, they will have very, very silly confusions like, should I make video first or should I clean my room first? Should I clean my room first or should I go talk to my friend first? Actually, whatever you do first doesn't make a lot of difference. What makes a difference is that you complete that activity. So if you have heard Mel Robbins say this, that you count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and get the action done. And this has been really, really helping me as well. The fifth tip is that whenever you enter the unresourceful state. So the fifth tip is about building the momentum and keep going in it. And what is resourceful or unresourceful state? Resourceful state is where you're feeling motivated to keep continuing on your goal, because see, if you're ambitious, you don't have a small goal, you have a large goal. And when you see that there is a dip that is coming, or you're not seeing the results that you want to see, that is the time when you can enter unresourceful states where you start to feel emotionally bad about things, or you may start to feel like a failure. You may start saying things to yourself that I will not be able to do it. And if you're able to get yourself out of these states and get back to the things that you were doing, in fact with a newer energy, you become unstoppable. And this is what I call bouncing back from unresourceful to resourceful and keeping the momentum going. So for this, what I recommend people is that they write what they are proud of. That means, Rutuja, I'm proud of you that today you filmed 2 videos. Rutuja, I'm proud of you that you conducted this session in spite you were exhausted. So when you learn to give yourself this kind of a positive feedback, instead of the constant negativity that goes in our mind a lot of times, where you are being very self-critical, that is the time when you will really learn to move faster. There are a lot of reasons, why people are not able to achieve what they are capable and what they can achieve with the time and resources that they have at hand. But one of the biggest thing is that people are not wanting to look at reality. People are not wanting to start small. They can't see themselves, trying something new and failing at it, because we have forgotten the joy of learning new things. So if you can connect back to the joy of being a beginner again and again and again. This is something that Steve Jobs talks about. This is something that a lot of people have created amazing things for the world, where the innovations have helped hundreds of people. They talk about this thing, which is the joy and lightness of being a beginner and learning from things that you are doing. So if you are able to overcome this fear of failure and also all of that overwhelm and anxiousness that comes when you don't feel sorted, you may really want to watch this video again and look at the steps and follow the steps again. See, the key here is to keep the execution as simple as possible. The more you complicate the execution of something, there are more chances that you may feel overwhelmed. And if you've tried it by yourself, things haven't worked for you, then you can go to the description box, book a call with me, and we will figure it out together. So bye-bye for today. See you in the next video.